The Belden Brick Company is being honored for their years of support for Garaway local schools with use of property near Route 39. School sports at this property include football, track, baseball, softball, Little League baseball and softball, Pony League baseball, and cross country. Facilities on this property include a wrestling practice room, an all-purpose room for sports banquets, concession stand, equipment storage area, coaches' offices, senior citizens community center, restrooms, and locker rooms for home and visiting teams. Belden Brick has donated monetary contributions for utility payments, as well as time, manpower, and bricks for building projects on the property. Accepting the honor on behalf of the Belden Brick Company is their chairman and CEO, Mr. Bob Belden. Please welcome into the Tuscarawas County Sports Hall of Fame, the Belden Brick Company.
Thanks very much, Ed. It's always good to follow a Notre Dame man. And that picture is about 1958, and there's 10 Notre Dame men in that. Some of them didn't know they were going to be there before that picture was taken, but some had already graduated. Well, I'm very humbled to be here with all these great athletes and teams. Belden Brick came to Tuscarawas County actually in 1909 when they signed a sales contract with Advanced Fire Clay of Uricksville, Ohio, which we later bought in 1917. My great-grandfather established the Belden Face Brick Company in Port Washington in 1915, and then that became part of Belden Brick in 1936. But in 1946, the Finzer brothers, Ed and Charlie, and several others understood that the post-war time was going to be one of need of capital, and they didn't feel like they had maybe the manpower and the management to carry on. They approached my grandfather, Paul Belden Sr., and asked him if he would buy their facility in Sugar Creek. And so we came to Sugar Creek in 1946. By 1955, Belden had become the largest taxpayer in Sugar Creek Township. A side note other than what we've done with Garaway is in 1959, the officers of the company were authorized to construct a modern bowling alley in Sugar Creek to improve the recreational facilities in town for the employees and the community in general. And so Sugar Creek Lanes was in business in the 50s and throughout until a few years ago. But in 1963, we signed a 25-year lease with the Garaway schools to provide the land for their football, baseball, track, softball, and the Sportsman's Club, actually. When that lease expired in 1987, we signed a 15-year lease with year-to-year extensions for 10 years. And in 2011, we signed a contract, another lease that would expire in 2046. I'm hoping I'll be around to sign the next one that year. So I'd like to thank Bob Hannon for nominating us. I'd like to thank the committee for awarding this to Belden Brick. I'd like to congratulate all the other inductees tonight. And like I said, when this lease expires in 2046, that will be 100 years after our arrival in Sugar Creek. So on behalf of the Belden family, and all the current and former employees, I'm pleased to accept this award, and thank you very much.